Hi, everybody. Welcome to 5 Minute Ministries. Now, when my parents became grandparents, I noticed that my children got away with things with my parents that I never could. That my parents would give in to the children much more easily than they would me. Now, while my children were not spoiled rotten, so to speak, and they didn't get away with the things that were definitely wrong, they got their way quite a bit. And talking with my parents about it, they had to said, we just can't help ourselves. We give in all the time. We look at them and we just have to say yes. I said, well, when I was growing up, there was a powerful two-letter word that you used to say to me all the time, and that was the word no. And no is a very powerful thing, and it's something that is very important, especially in today's society. Now, back in the 90s, we were given the idea that we shouldn't tell our children no at all. We should let them do what they want to do, explore who they think they are, let them make their own decisions, and give them authority and a say over things that they weren't ready to have authority and a say over, that they were not trained or equipped to deal with as children. And it caused a lot of problems, and as these generations keep going, that mentality is still heavily influenced these days. We see it all the time. We see a bunch of children who were never told no, and they get this attitude of entitlement, and they're arrogant, and they say, well, you can't tell me no. I can do whatever I want. I can be whatever I want. But no is a very powerful and important word. It teaches a lot of things. I'm not going to go through every single one, but I'm going to hit some very important ones, because no needs to be said to children from time to time. Now, I'm not saying say no just for the sake of saying no. Don't deny them just because you want to exert your authority. But what I am saying is no is a very powerful teaching word. It teaches children to be obedient. When you tell a child no, it's an opportunity for them to say, am I going to obey mom and dad, or am I going to ignore them and do what I want? Now, if you're a good and smart parent, if they disobey you, you discipline them. And we'll talk about discipline at another time. And the word no also teaches a child patience. Because sometimes no means not yet. It's like, no, not right now. It means you have to wait. It means maybe later. And if you constantly give in to the child, give the child whatever he or she wants, they're going to not only expect it, they are eventually going to demand it. They're going to wonder why they have to wait in line. They're going to wonder why they can't go first. They're going to have all these questions as to why they aren't getting their way when someone else says no to them. But it's got to start in the home, and I'll talk about that later as well. It also teaches the child self-control. You tell a child no, they have an opportunity to say, okay, mom and dad said no, so I'm not going to do that, or I'm not going to get that. I might get it later. Maybe I can earn it myself. But right now, I can't have it. And as you work with your children to have the self-control, they will learn that no means no. And then they will say, okay, I will deny myself because I was told no. And it also teaches children respect. When you say no, you're laying down an authority that says, no, you can't do this, you can't have this. And you are to respect my wishes because I am in charge of you. And if you go against my wishes, it could cause problems for you later down in life. And it's not just, an immediate consequence. I said no, you did it, now I have to discipline you. Now it's the idea, if the child will not respect your wishes, then they're not going to respect a police officer. They're not going to respect the government. They're not going to respect a boss. So saying no is very important. And more importantly, when you say no, stick with no. Do not change your mind because they're crying, because they're throwing a fit, because they keep bothering you. Don't get annoyed and say, all right, fine, whatever, just do it. Never do that. Be consistent. Stick to your guns, as they say. When you say no, make it stick, and let them know if they disobey you that there is going to be consequences. So take some time and use the word no when appropriate, and make sure the child understands why you said no, and tell them you're not going to change your mind. This has been 5 Minute Ministries, and I'll see you next time.